Well, more on control setup. This is a work in progress for me, and I keep finding that I need to change the way that I do things, think about things, and so rather than call up a few specific functions from the MPD, I've mapped all of the MPD buttons. The top row is 1 through 6, the left row 1 through 6, 1 through 6 on the right, and the bottom 1 through 6. And so I've mapped each of those, and I'll just show you right quick. And I'm just using no real logic to this for me. Right control, right shift for the bottom, and the top is going to be left control, left shift, and all of them are 1 through 6. And then once I know what I want to do, I set them up the same way in voice attack. And I do find that just saying the letter and the number, maybe the number would be okay, but saying the letter, voice attack for me, now your mileage will vary because I don't even know how I've trained voice attack since I installed it the last time. Maybe that would help. But I find that, if I spell out a letter a little more phonetically and it's a little more unique, then voice attack has less trouble figuring out what I'm saying. So, for example, for L, I'm using EL, and so forth. All right, let's come back here and let's just take a look at the way this works. What I've done, and I use the Hocus to set up a couple of points, and that's pretty easy to do. All you have to do is, and I'll just show that right quick. We'll just add another waypoint here. We'll click point, and now I'm going to click add. And now I'm going to move the Hocus over. It was over in the left panel. I'm just going to move it where I want to add a waypoint. And we're going to put one here, and I'm going to press enter. And now I've got waypoint 3. All right, now how can I select those? You'll notice down here at the bottom of my AHAs on the right, it shows W01. That means waypoint 1 is currently selected. All right, let's take a look at the voice commands, because whenever I'm flying, I don't want to let go of that stick to reach down there and click those buttons. And so for the top row, the first thing I'm going to want to do is press the coordinates button. And again, this is going to be the top row, which is T, followed by the numbers 1 through 6. So I would say T and the corresponding number here. And then depending upon what I see, I will call either another button from the top row or a button from the left row, most likely. So let's just see how that works. So we're going to say, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to select, I'll select waypoint 1. So T5. Now what that did was that selected the coordinates button, and now my waypoints are selected from, they're available to be selected. So now if I want to select waypoint 3, I'm going to say L and the number, L3. And so now you'll notice that waypoint 3 is selected. Now, there's also, I've stored a target here, which is T01. Now how would I pull that up? Well, let's take a look at that. I'm going to pull this one up with T5, T5. Now, you'll notice that my targets are not listed here. So how can I switch from the waypoints to my targets? I'm going to press coordinates again, T5, and now that's selected the target. So I can select it with the L and the number, L1, and now you can see I've got T01 selected here. And if I call this up again, I think it's going to remember that the target selected stores, or I can't remember. Let's just find out. T5. Yeah, it does. So if I want to switch back to the waypoints, I would say T1. And so it remembers the last time where you were. And now if I wanted to select, say, waypoint 2, I would say L2. And I've got waypoint 2 selected. So that'll help with the keeping your hands on the controllers. That is all.